Justice, just to finish off, a passage from your book springs to mind where you say, yes, your book focuses on the big players in the country, but really it's a story of how South Africans can change the way we're heading. And I want to end off speaking about those, I must stop calling them kids, the students who marched around the country. You know, the average age of those students is 21. They were born beautifully, poetically even, in 1994. Is that the type of movement that we need? When you look at what's happening in the country now, having said in your book that actually this is about South Africans stepping up and demanding some type of accountability, do you see that modeled in this group of students?
I think the students reminded us of what the struggle against apartheid was about. They reminded us that so many of us, and I write quite a bit about this, that we've checked out. So, you know, the police don't work, so we get a private security company. The schools don't work, so I send my kids to private school. And so we check out of the system, we stop being activists. Whereas we come from an activist history and background. Nelson Mandela was an activist. So many, Walter Sisulu was an activist. Ahmed Kathrada was, all these people were activists. But now it's almost like, no, we're not going to say a word, you know, government will do it. And what these students have done is become activists and remind us that we all can be activists, not just on the university fees, on so many aspects of our society. So I think it's a glorious development. I think it's a good thing that the system be shaken up and that people actually start saying, you might not, stop saying to me you're going to give me free education if you can't afford it. Otherwise you're lying to me. And I think that's absolutely fantastic to have young people remind us that we can hold power accountable and that we have the right to hold power accountable.
Ironic in a way that it's these young leaders who are now leading the rest of us.
You know, and it's good. I mean, if you think about it, South Africa in 1948, the ANC was transformed by the ANC, the formation of the ANC Youth League, which said, you know, we've been talking since 1912, it's nearly 1950, what are we doing? It was young people who took that battle to the apartheid government. 1976, it was young people in Soweto. 1986, it was young people all over the country. 1989, it was young people invading the segregated beaches and other facilities all over the country. So here we are, 2015, it's young people again who remind us that actually things are not so good in the Republic.
Tell us, where can we find the book? And to our viewers who want to fight with you on social networks, how can they find you?
They can follow me on Twitter at Justice Malala. They can find the book at all bookstores, Exclusives, CNA. The independent bookstores have been fantastic. Most of them have got it where I've been, and my publisher tells me that it's all in there. So yeah, people should read it and let's have a little debate.
I've got to say that over the Christmas period, you will probably be largely responsible for a lot of the political fights we'll be having around the turkey.
Unity is everything. So I hope everyone has a debate and then have their Christmas lunch and then, you know, unity again.
Justice, thank you so much for speaking to us today.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.